Good morning, everybody. We are back. The show is called TBR SSF Show, which simply means TBR Solution Sports Forum. It is myself, the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe. I normally do it with Saddam, but when I profile, I'm all by myself. I'm going to profile one of a very good friend of mine. We come a long way, myself and the person that I'm going to profile, whom I really enjoy, especially his interviews. Because I don't understand, or let me say I don't understand. I don't know whether people do understand that the manner you present things is very important. It goes a long way. It can break or make. As people, we learn every day. So I'm one person who learns every day. The person that I'm referring to is Coach John Khabo Zondo. Some of you might have known him as a coach for Classic, as a coach for Bloemfontein Celtics, as a coach for Real AM. He doesn't end there. It has gone far as Safa. At Safa, he was there. All right. And then, yeah, he will tell us where is he now. All right. Because the last time we heard he was there at Royal AM. And then that's another question that I would like to ask. Whether this co-coaching, does it work? Is it really something that we need in football? All right. Coach, welcome to the show and greet the viewers.
Basabri, Merry Christmas to you and to the team that you're working with. It's a pleasure to talk to you after so long. Like you have said, we come a long way. You know, we've known each other from the time when we were still black around here.
Not today.
Yeah. But we were brought together by, I would say, by the one above. That we happen to know one another. And we grew up together in football environment, you know, as if we own one. But this beautiful game has kept us together. The way we see one another, the way we respect one another, the way we see things around football, and the way we accept, you know, challenges in the game, irrespective of what it brings you. But I'm very much excited to still be able to talk to you. We live by the grace of God that we're still here 2024 towards the end, with the hope that we'll see 2025 together and do what we know best, which is talking about this game, try and develop you know, the upcoming individual in different positions, whether in playing or administratively or as coaches. I'm excited really to be associated with you.
Coach, as Dr. Koza would say at some point, that football is a game of opinion. This is what
I don't know, so I'm struggling to
hear me.
To get you.
Okay, let me see.
Volume wise.
Volume wise. I wonder, let me check what's
happening. I'm fine.
Can you hear me now?
I'm
okay.
Loud and clear.
I wanted to say, as Dr. Koza would say, football is a game of opinion. And he's absolutely correct. And let me correct it. I never played football at highest level. You know, I was an amateur. The next thing I became is wing. You know, as Saddam would say, see wing. He's the only one who's a fan, is a supporter. The rest of us, he wing.
Yes.
So I mean, I've been swing, so I'm continuing as a swing and have an opinion. Coach, Not long, you were celebrating your birthday. And then happy belated birthday, coach. And like you said, through the grace of God. And you have mentioned one of the most important principle of the big R. Remember, our big R is nothing else but all those positive English words that starts with the letter R. So those are our principle. And one of them is respect. As you have just said, it's all about respect in this game. If you respect this game and you respect your fellow counter opponents, the better. Coach, now I know you started at Royal Eagle. When was that, by the way? I think we've done this before.
If I remember very well, I went there 2013 and 2014 as a technical director.
Mhm.
I led the likes of the late Bega Pagati,
Mhm.
the Duncan Lechisa, who were coaches then.
Mhm.
I guided them.
Mhm.
I left and came back as a head coach stroke technical director
Mhm.
in the same team. Yeah. So I've been there in the same environment 3 times, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
The third time I came back, it was Royal AM.
Mhm.
Royal AM, I was employed as a coach, and then later we were to do the co-coaching with Dan Dance, Malisela.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, I've been in the environment for quite some time, I must
Coach,
say.
as we speak, are you still with Royal AM? Or you have decided to go sabbatical? I know that Pep Guardiola at some point said, you know what, I need a break. Because I think that job is so stressful. Because the pressure from the supporters, the pressure from everybody, sponsors, you name it, you know. Somebody was saying, Coach Mangoba Mniti is not a bad coach, but probably it would be wise to go to a team like Golden Arrows and others where there's no pressure. If you go to teams like Kaiser Chiefs, there's too much pressure. So are you still there or what? And then I also want us to touch on co-coaching. Is it co-coaching working or not?
Yeah.
In your opinion?
So, yeah, you see, so when you look at coaches like Pep Guardiola and their history, his history has been success, winning all the time. I don't think in his entire career he has experienced what he experiences now. But in life, that stage was going to come somehow, which then tests your ability to be able to change things, your ability to revive the players and everything that happens around your team. So, okay, it's okay that he goes for a break to try and recoup himself. Maybe learn some few things. You have seen clubs like Kaizer Chiefs not being able to come to the level where they're supposed to be. And clubs like Orlando Pirates had that spell as well. Others will look at it and say it's too long. Some of the things need patience. Sundowns is not the Sundowns that just rolled through. Sundowns had some bad spell as well for quite some time. So this thing, it's life in general. It will be like that. It will be like that. You mentioned a person like for me, a coach that I regard as one of the best in the country. Yes, going to Golden Arrows, maybe this is where he wants to be in order to add value to both himself and the club. But it also depends why Golden Arrows and why does Golden Arrows want him? There must be a purpose to have a person like him in that environment. But remember, let's not undermine what Golden Arrows is capable of doing. Golden Arrows never had big name players. It wanted someone like himself who can build a team, who can identify talent. Obviously, I mean, I know that club, it gives you the freedom to do so. And I think he will add value to the club. He will make Golden Arrows your Sundowns of this world. He will make Golden Arrows your Orlando Pirates of this world and your Kaizer Chiefs of this world. People will start following Golden Arrows because of who they have on the bench and what they believe in. He knows the style of the game of Golden Arrows. I know that he's been trying to introduce a little bit of that with Sundowns, with the type of players that you have seen there. But you know, it's for him to decide on what he wants to do. Wherever he goes, he will make an impact. And you know, it's so nice when a club wants someone and they know what is it that they're going to do with him. Do they have the trust? Once the club has a trust in you, there's Kaizer Chiefs. Nabi has lost terribly, and something which was not expected of him. But he's a human being. He deals with human beings. And when you expect him to win, he loses some games because of some of the things are not yet in place tactically. You never know. Or some individual mistakes we have seen. The goalkeeping department have been a question mark for quite some time for Kaizer Chiefs. There are so many things when you watch the game being played, you say, this team is good, but it's failing there. This team is good, it's failing there. But that doesn't mean the coach is not working or the coach is not good. This game will give you different results, and people will see you different. Remember, it's yourself, the management, the players, and the supporters out there, and the oppositions as well, because you are not playing against yourself, you are playing against oppositions that want to win. Maybe on the day they play better than you. You know, it's unlike those days where you go into the field of play, then you start leading the team during the match. Today, you have video analysis that are there. You know how this team plays. You know where they can do. You know the most dangerous players. How do they combine? How do they defend? And how do they attack? You know how their goalkeeper looks like. So you can read each and every player. You know they can punch a player. Say this player covers so many meters or kilometers in a match. When does he get depleted? Energy levels get depleted of it. There are so many things that before you used to do it with your open eye, which needed your level of intelligence and the understanding of the game. But today it's a lot. It's a lot, and never take. I salute the coaches that are coaching now, because some of the things that are there, they need you to be educated. They needed to go to, coaching classes and have certain badges to understand the game differently. So this is what I've been doing. I've been upskilling myself, irrespective of having been in the game long enough, but I've been upskilling myself, making sure that the game doesn't leave me behind. Remember, we've done the levels. We've done the level 3, which was regarded as the pro license, when KEF never had the pro license, never had your certain levels. Then when everything was regulated and South Africa accepted that, you know, there was a conversion that was done. And unfortunately, when that conversion was done, I was in KZN. I could not get my A license through conversion, and other coaches did get. I know there's quite a number of them, but I said, whilst SAFA and KEF are busy putting their things together in order to get this conversion now, I lose nothing by going back to the class, start afresh. Start afresh, you know, be in the class with the likes of Sheikh Singwenya, you know, the Papis Otwanes of this world, all the players that you have coached. I sat with them in the class, and it was a good experience for me. I look at how they see the game, and how I used to see the game. We appreciated one another, and see how we can improve this game. You humble yourself before this game, it will work for you.
Okay, coach. One question that I ask: are you still in the game? Are you still with Royal AM? That's one. Two, what do you think about co-coaching? Is it a concept that is new? Is it a concept that is, what's your feeling about it, co-coaching? Because if I see co-coaching, I think it's applied here in South Africa. I may be wrong. I've seen, I mean, I watch at England, I know who's the head coach. I watch in La Liga, I know who's the head coach. It's only here at home, co-coaching. Does it work, or what's your opinion about it?
Yeah, well, for me, this is just my opinion.
Yeah.
For me, it depends, because this thing has been brought in by the management. Instead of having one person holding the power, let's have two that will run the technical department. But truth be told, it's a difficult thing to do. Very difficult thing to do. You all have opinions. It's better when there is one person that makes a final decision. You know, with all the opinions on, the advices that came from the other members of the team, it's better. But when you are two, at times there are egos. At times there's I'm being undermined. Maybe it goes 2 or 3 matches or sessions or 3 weeks of sessions. A certain approach has been applied, and yours has not been considered. Then there break up, or it will show some cracks in regard to what has been done. Remember, we are dealing with human beings. We're dealing with about 30 individuals that see these things, see how you people are doing things, but others will start siding with another coach. Others will, for me, it was brought in because of lack of trust. That is just my understanding.
Okay.
I take Saubrey into this position, but I don't
trust him.
I don't believe, or I don't trust him. Let's bring someone else who will work with him. Or Saubrey is too hard. We can't communicate certain things with him. It will be a little bit difficult for him, or for us to communicate. Let's bring in someone who will reduce a little bit of power in his hands, so that we can always be in a position of running this club with the technical team. This one maybe is a little bit too difficult to deal with. Let's get someone who will pour a little bit of ice in everything and make things work for the club. But others, truly speaking, are meant to grow the two coaches. Maybe they can't afford someone who's going to earn maybe 1.5 million rands a month. They say these two coaches, they've been assistants before. Maybe they don't have the ability or the capacity to be head coaches. Let's bring them together there in that position and allow them to run this thing. They would communicate one another. They would share ideas, and they would run this thing. I mean, you have seen even with Chipa, they've done it with Eric September and Khabo. But maybe somewhere didn't work, or someone said, "I'm prepared to take decisions. It's gonna be me." And Khabo is ahead, and now September is an assistant. You know, in other clubs it does work. In other clubs it doesn't work, but doesn't work for too long. Let's be honest.
Okay. Can I go back?
It will be there for about 3 months or so. Yeah.
Can I go back here, Coach, and say you have mentioned something which I wanted to find out. One of the principles of the Big R is read. You guys read, do research, and all that. I say the beginning of everything, if you're a Christian, let me qualify it. If you're a Christian. Okay. Unfortunately, we got cut while we're still talking to the Coach Khabo Zondo. But we had already wrapped up almost what we wanted to talk about. But I think you are quite clear that his message is very, very clear. He is not in favor of co-coaching, all right? Although he has left the room for the management because sometimes it says it all depends, you know, how the management wants to do their things. But him as a person, and he's from that situation, that environment, he doesn't think it's working. So if you ask me, I too, you know, I'm of the opinion that co-coaching doesn't work. I thank you. Hi, welcome. My name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe from TBR Solutions. We are the Big R Solutions, or you can say TBR Solutions. We are a financial company, being a financial company, but we emphasize on education, education at all times. That is why we write books. That is why we conduct classes. Now, I'll tell you one thing. One of the programs that we have in place is a mentoring program. We call our mentoring program a TBR membership club. Now, you may ask, what is the importance of mentoring program? You know, in 2009, I joined mentoring program of Rich Dad Company. I paid 65,000 rand to be on that mentoring program for 1 year, 6 months. And guess what? After learning what I learned, I tried to put what I learned into practice. And I've been failing many, many times. From 2009 up to 2017. Remember, they say practice make perfect. After failing, I would ask myself, what did I do wrong? How can I sharpen it? Then, 2017, I managed to succeed what I learned. I put nothing down as a down payment. In other words, I've put zero down payment, but the money that I got in return was 2.1 million. Okay? So by simply learning and practicing, if you want to join our mentoring program so that we teach you, you therefore have to drop your details on our WhatsApp number, which you'll see at the end of the show. And then thereafter, we'll therefore call you and then take it from there. Guess what? It's up to you. How do you want to do it? Do you want to take action or do you want to sit and watch? I normally tell people about the read method because read is one of those important R words. Read simply means respond. E, it requires effort and energy. A is action. That A part is important. You need to take action. Then the D simply means decisiveness, discipline, determination, and then dedicated. So you need to apply all those principles. Then finally you reach a goal. I thank you.